Friday, it's midday. I'm here with Wanderers manager Marc for our usual weekly catch-up.
How you doing, mate?
I'm very good, you?
Just finished my soup. So,
soup all the way now, is it?
yeah, based on Rutherford's New Deal. It's soup, and I'm going to do a big corned beef hash to last next week as well.
Good luck with that one.
I'm only
Good luck
joking.
with that one.
I'm only joking.
Right, so we'll come on to Alfie
Yeah.
a bit and we'll have a chat about that. But obviously, since we caught up this time last week, we've had two games on the road. Hampton got a victory up there last Saturday 2-1, and then on Tuesday night we headed up to Dunchamlet and got a victory 3-1 there as well. So can I just get your thoughts on those last two games, please, Marc?
Yeah, Hampton. Sort of two. I thought the games come at a good time, really. I thought at Dulwich we was excellent, really, really good. But I thought what really helped us for Dulwich was playing at Hampton on the Saturday. Pitch weren't great against a team that were going to make us work really hard. Should have been out of sight Hampton by half time. There's so many chances. We weren't, and kept them in the game. And just a real resolute performance, good use of substitutions by the management team, and in the end it was last sort of ditch defensive effort, but we showed the sort of form we have been showing in terms of playing football in very difficult conditions. So kind of Dulwich on the Tuesday on a nicer pitch, lovely pitch, I said to the player before the game, I did feel like we'd had a good practice match. We haven't been on grass for some time, and that's why these sort of decisions. We played a friendly at Leatherhead the week before that on the mud there, or in the mud there, should I say, and it bode us well, So obviously, performance-wise, really pleased. Playing with good aggression. Certain areas of the team at the moment are really stand out, which is great. Delighted, mate, to be fair. And just a word to both clubs for their hospitality. Really, good to go to nice local clubs. And in Dulwich's case, we've never been there before. And the fans got on really well, and they looked after us massively. And their catering was unbelievable. I'm eating something at the end, I don't even know what it is. Like, it's unbelievable, the type of food they were doing up there. And beautiful. So it really, really, obviously always tastes better when you win though, doesn't it? So a couple of wins, mate. That's the main thing. But obviously massive disappointment really with Jason going down at Dulwich.
I was gonna. I've made a note to ask you about that one. Going from a real positive, obviously the two victories on the road, and as you say, both clubs were fantastic. We may feel very welcome, and then obviously what happened to Jason the other night. I mean, such a blow. He's just starting to really find his form. And
last Thursday at training, I looked out there and I said to the management team, he's finally fit again, because of the calf issue he had. He'd missed so much football that when he came back to it, he was almost needed a pre-season. So we took the decision to just play him at 50% fitness, 55%, 60, and then just keep taking him off in games, and just thought we're just going to invest in him to get him where he needs to be. And then, like I said last week, he was looking great, and getting back to where he is. And so innocuous, like just a little challenge he probably don't need to make, but he's so over-committed for the team. I remember looking at the vest data at Hampton, and his mileage he'd done was in the top, I think, 3 or 2 in the team as a 6'4" centre forward. That's just how he plays. But look, he's a massive loss in both boxes and as a leader to the team. So there's no coincidence there that when you play real leaders like that, they drag others with them. So the boys have got to step up to that. They've got to step up to that. Big boots to fill. I'm sure they will. You know, but yeah, it's disappointing, but you know, Jason's a firm part of the future at the club, and he'll be running again in a couple of months. I'd like to think we're going to see him again this season, and that's where it is really. I just think you can't. When it's happened, it's happened. It's innocuous. It's done, and now he's just going to freshen up. You know, he's definitely got less mileage on the clock. When you think about it, you know, we've had 2 COVID seasons, one that was quite significant, and this year he's played league games 6, 7, I don't know, maybe not even that. So you know, he's maybe being preserved. He's like a Rolls Royce in the garage with the cover over it, maybe, I don't know. But so he'll be back, and he'll be back better than ever. That's where that is.
Okay, well, if you're watching this, JP, all the best.
All the best, soon. Yeah.
Okay, and obviously Alfie notched a hat-trick up at Dulwich the other night, and we've announced today that he's signed a new 2.5-year deal.
Yeah, I mean, so the story goes that when Alfie was having a really shit period, and Alfie vouched for this, I said, Alfie, we need to do a new deal soon, a few years, I said, because you're 100% the future of what we're doing. And I've always been a massive fan of his, because, you know, half the battle with footballers is their approach to the game, their attitude, yeah, so Alfie knew a long time ago that we wanted him for another couple of years at least. He's so young, he's 20, just turned 23, and yeah, by chance, you know, he's then started firing a few goals. So I used to have a joke with him. You know, I remember after the Oxford game and that, he scored a hat-trick, and I say, don't start asking for more money now, Alfie, just because you scored a few goals, you know, and all that stuff. So he signed on pretty much the same terms as before. He wants to be a part of the future. He loves the way the club's run, and it's not about me. It's down to the volunteers, the way the supporters, the staff treat players, the kind of family. It sounds cheesy, but the sort of real togetherness at the club, and he feels at home, and that is really how a lot of people tend to feel. And yeah, so we've done the deal now, not because Alfie had any kind of doubt whatsoever, to be really honest with you, because he was getting 2-bit shit agents calling him every single day off the internet, offering all sorts of shit stuff because they're shit agents, and he just wanted his phone to stop ringing because he's just getting bugged, just getting stalked by all these, you know, unofficial people knocking about non-league football that want to get a real job. So that's why we accelerated it and put it out there today. Let's not, but do you know what I mean? So, you know, me say it as it is. Do you know what I mean? So we're over the moon that Alfie's on board, but it was always going to happen. And in the next 6 weeks, there'll be a load more that are going to happen. We always, this time of year, look to make sure we keep our boys. That section can be called Marc slagging off agents.
There we go. Okay. So no, brilliant news, and obviously.
Well, no, wannabe agents.
Wannabe agents.
Yeah.
And the reaction has been fantastic, obviously, since the news was put out there.
Yeah.
So good news. Now, obviously, we've talked about JP, but you had a training session with the lads last night. How are they looking as a group?
Well, yeah, looking great, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's you know, you form as a team, you perform as a team, you storm as a team, you go through the sort of processes of team building. Right now, they're doing really well. The best thing about them right now is just the energy. You know, the energy levels and the strength. You know, that's really down to the coaching team, in particular the strength and conditioning coach Louis. Done a phenomenal job, yeah, they're in good fettle. You know, you can't peak forever. That's the bottom line. That not in any level of anything. You know, peaking is called a peak for a reason, because it doesn't start there and it doesn't end there. But you know, at the moment, they look extremely aggressive and dynamic and what's what. So they've got as good a chance of winning a game as anyone has. We're leaving 4 players tomorrow left out the squad. That's the levels of fitness we've got. So we've only got Jason, that is, and Razor that are injured now. So we've got 4 that left out completely. So we had 19 available. But you know, that won't matter to them boys. You just don't get any. The boys here get how we do things. We're bold in our team selection. You know, we left Ed Harris out completely at Hampton. Didn't even name him in the 16, and then started him at Dulwich. So we're quite bold in with what we do, and the players get that, so they support that. So yeah, mate. But great training session, and you know, just looking forward to tomorrow, really.
Yeah, absolutely. So back at Meadowbank tomorrow.
Yeah.
Will we welcome Ipswich?
Yeah. Yeah. Enjoyed a good game against them at our place last time. Great, you know, good setup. Really good manager. Really good people behind the scenes. Damien. Classed us all as football friends, really. You know, it's you know, we're just. It's not going to define the season. That's the fact of the matter. That's not playing it down. I'm not playing it down. I think it's a game we'll win. It's not going to define our season either way. If I'm just speaking candidly, you know, these winning runs and all that, you know, they can be an albatross and all that. They can be an incentive to the opposition. You know, we've got a great home record. They're a fantastic team, well coached. Could be a really close game. Who knows? Might not be. We might get beat 3-0. We might beat them 6-0. Honestly, I think the National League this year is a tight league for a reason, and the only thing you can control is obviously your own team. And I know that we're in good shape, and you know, the team we put out will be a very aggressive team on the front foot. You know, that's the bottom line. So, but really welcome all their supporters. Loads of tickets bought in advance from them, so thanks to them for that, because you know, that's how these clubs pay the bills. You know, hopefully our fans do the same when we get the Rebs fleet. So looking forward to them coming down, looking forward to our own people. I think it's going to be a bumper crowd, obviously. I'm assuming that's your thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a very busy one. It could arguably be our biggest one this season.
Yeah, brilliant.
Sales are looking. And I know I always say it, and you always say it, but we can't stress enough. Really, if you get the chance, buy your ticket online. Just go to dorkingwanderers.com.
It's quicker to buy. It's quicker to get in if you buy it online. Is that the bottom line?
Because you can be scanned in as opposed to having to pay at the
scanned in, instead of queuing with cash and all cards.
So it just makes the whole thing a lot quicker for the fans, and it helps our staff as well. So
it's like QVC. We could maybe watch the ticket sales now. Whilst we're talking about it.
Yeah, that's it. But no, it looks like it's going to be a strong away following as well. So
brilliant. That's what it's all about, mate. I mean, you know, we can have a bit of, you know, healthy rivalry between all these clubs and that, and the fans and that. But ultimately, it's the fans paying their money, watching the teams that help the whole, you know, drama unfold. Do you know what I mean? Help the whole league participate. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
be a good game. Be a really good game tomorrow. Be fair.
No, absolutely. It's going to be a big crowd down there, and you know, as ever, we'd like to say thank you to our fans for their support. Obviously, they were great on the road at Hampton and at Dulwich on Tuesday night, and I'm sure there'll be a lot.
Amazing, by the way. So, amazing support. The players love it. We all notice it. Do you know what I mean? It's fantastic. So
yeah,
it's all good, mate. Do you know what I mean? But there's a long way to go in this league, and there's twists and turns. And Jason breaking his collarbone was a twist and turn.
Yeah.
So you know, it's just got to plod along and just take one game at a time, really.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Marc. Well, look, thanks a lot for your time.
Cheers, mate.
Good luck tomorrow, and
Cheers,
we'll catch
Chris.
up next week.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.